In 1538, Robert Koopa II and his royal army successfully defeated Lord Byron Blizzard and ended the Frost War. However, there was still one issue at hand, the war with the Sand Kingdom, which had been raging on long before Robert was even born. This was the third and final war in the Koopa Wars. This war became known as the Sand War. To understand how this war even started, we must travel all the way back to 1475. In 1475, the king of the Koopa Kingdom was King Henry Koopa VIII, the father of King Robert Koopa I. The king of the Sand Kingdom, King Symon Windsor I, declared war on the Koopa Kingdom because he wanted to make Layer Cake Desert a part of the Sand Kingdom. Henry VIII's men soon marched into battle against Symon I's men. The Sand War had officially begun. The war was rough and lives were lost, but eventually Henry VIII's army came out on top. Symon and his men were forced to retreat. Henry not only managed to prevent Symon from taking over Layer Cake Desert, but he and his men managed to take over Shifting Sandland. Henry's most trusted ally and closest friend, Lord William Tudor, was put in charge of Shifting Sandland and tasked with stopping it from being taken back by Symon's men. And what a splendid job he did. Lord Tudor and his allies were successfully able to fend off anyone that Symon sent to reclaim Shifting Sandland. As the years went by, Lord Tudor continued to grow old, but he still proved to be a force to be reckoned with. It seems like the Koopa Kingdom was finally at peace until 1496, when the king of the Bean Kingdom, King Edward Neville V, declared war on the Koopa Kingdom since they had possession of Stardust Fields. Unfortunately for him, in 1501 he proceeded to lead one of the most disastrous attacks ever and ended up being slaughtered with ease by Henry VIII. His son Edward VI, the father of Queen Alice Koopa, took his place shortly after. King Symon I later died that same year and was replaced by his son, Symon II. Henry VIII then died in 1506 and was replaced with his son, Robert I. Now we're all caught up. Let's return to 1538. The Frost War began in 1538, and with the help of his royal army, Robert II successfully defeated Lord Byron Blizzard, ending the Frost War. However, sadly, Lord Henry Byron lost his life in the Battle of Frosted Glacier. Because Lord Byron died childless, it was up to King Robert to decide who would replace him as Lord of Layer Cake Desert, and because of his bravery on the battlefield, he chose Sir Percival. From that day forth, he became known as Lord Percival. Before the war had even begun, Queen Alice met up with King Symon II to discuss a peace treaty. However, this didn't go too well, and the Sand War raged on. Lord Tudor, even in his old age, continued to defend Shifting Sandland, and even managed to keep a hold of it for another 5 years after the Frost War ended. Things would soon take a drastic turn, however, as one night while out for a walk in the moonlight, he was ambushed by King Symon's men.